people don't believe lies because they have to, but because they want to. When I first uttered those words, the world was already trembling under the weight of mass persuasion. I had seen it as a journalist, how entire nations bowed to lies not by coercion, but by consent. How they fell, not from being deceived, but from their appetite for deception. And if that was true in my century, it is doubly true in yours. You must understand, the most effective lies are not forced upon people. They are welcomed. They flatter. They offer comfort. They provide a lens through which the world appears simpler, neater, more aligned with one's personal prejudices and desires. Lies do not enter like thieves. They are invited like old friends. In my time, I watched as ideologies consumed nations. I reported on the rise of Stalinism, the cult of Hitler, and the romantic illusions of utopia whispered by communists and capitalists alike. These weren't sustained by secret police alone. They were sustained by yearning, by people who wanted to believe in the greatness of their system, even as it devoured them. We are rarely victims of misinformation. We are complicit. We choose the lies that soothe over the truths that sting. We prefer the myth of progress to the discomfort of conscience. And your era, my dear listener, has taken this principle to its apotheosis. Today you live in what I might call the golden age of self-deception. Never before has humanity had such vast access to information, and never before has it been so seduced by illusion. You live in an empire of images, curated realities, algorithmic comfort zones. And make no mistake, you are not fed lies against your will. You scroll for them. You like them. You share them. Because they reinforce your identity. Because they protect your narrative. Because they save you from the unbearable burden of nuance. The greatest threat to your liberty is not censorship. It is your own refusal to confront what is true. Truth has become offensive. Clarity is called divisive. Conviction is mistaken for extremism. And doubt, genuine doubt, is ridiculed unless it follows a fashionable script. And so I ask, why do people today believe conspiracy theories with no evidence? Why do they adopt ideologies that reduce the world to villains and saints? Why do they cling to leaders who betray them repeatedly? Because they want to. Because those lies serve a need. The need to belong. The need to blame. The need to feel righteous, even if wrongly so. It is no longer truth we seek. It is affirmation. And affirmation, unlike truth, is always available. For a price. That price is your freedom, your soul, your ability to think independently. What advice, then, would I offer from the grave to a generation suffocating in sweetened lies? First, cultivate the discipline of discomfort. If a belief pleases you too easily, suspect it. If an argument flatters your side without critique, interrogate it. Real truth is rarely comfortable. It offends, it humbles, it rearranges. Second, resist the narcotic of certainty. Doubt, when practiced with integrity, is not weakness. It is the beginning of wisdom. Beware the mobs who march with answers. Walk instead with those who ask better questions. Third, do not outsource your conscience. No algorithm, no pundit, no party, no tribe will ever replace the quiet reckoning you must do alone. Truth lives not in noise, but in stillness. And finally, remember this. The lies you love will one day betray you. They always do. History is not kind to civilizations built on self-delusion, and neither is eternity. So, I urge you, hunger for truth even when it starves your ego. Choose truth even when it costs you applause. Speak truth even when your voice trembles. For in the end, the truth will not make you popular, but it will make you free. And in a world drowning in lies, that may be the most radical act of all.